Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Mike with smartoptiontrading.com. It is the 26th of January. This is the last full week of January, and this is your morning setups call. Happy Friday, guys. We made it. So, this has probably been the toughest week of the year, right? We talked about this last night. Going to bring it up again. No real damage done, right? We are holding and flagging above the 8-day on all the indexes. And we are gapping up, right? So after looking like death yesterday, we never even got to the 8-day. We reversed and we gapped up now right back into, well, just shy of all-time highs, right? Right there. So where do we go from here? I don't know. I'm just trying to stick with a couple longs. Most of the ones that I have are not doing great at the moment, and we'll see what we do and go from there. I come in today without a ton of conviction either way. We're in the middle of earnings seasons. Next week, we really get into the high beta names that we all like to play. They really start to kick into high gear. So what do we have here? So far we're up all over. Crude is flat after that little spike down yesterday. It's kind of come back a little bit. What's interesting is Bitcoin's getting hit again. I guess, again, I had this feeling that Bitcoin's getting ready to explode. It's just trying to get rid of everybody out before it goes. So a little bit going on there. The financials have been excellent. They've been, holding up very, very strong, holding in up here very well. And, right there, Goldman Sachs this week was the winner, right? Look at that beautiful move. You cannot chase this up here. You should be taking profits up here at this point if you're still in it. I got out the day before. So if you're still in, congratulations and trim and trail. C, kind of not as good at this point. Bank of America, same thing, not as good. There's a lot of February 32 call buying this week that's still out there in open interest. So that's a name I'll keep an eye on. Hard to say what to do with that one here. What else is going on out there? Oil, the energy names all seem to be resting here back on the 8-day. Every time the XLF has hit the 8-day, it's been a buy. Will this be again this time? So this is something you could watch for here. It's holding that 8-day right now. Something we could look at some of the names there. XOM has seen a lot of call buying, is holding in better. So is APC, right? But they both have earnings coming. Schlumberger, if you're looking for a play there, already had earnings. Just pull back with that. Same thing with Halliburton. Dow and the airlines look like hell here, and I'm in these March calls and very unhappy here at this point, but trying to see what happens off this 50-day moving average since I gave it that much space. Disney, there was a buyer yesterday. It tried to go, and then it got beat down with the market. Maybe it tries to come back today. We'll see. X is waiting for next week and the Trump infrastructure plan. So it started to go and then pull back with everything else and just had no more power for the rest of the day. But if you look at a daily chart, it looks just fine. Long consolidation pattern here. Looks like it's just starting to get ready to go. So Apple today is a kind of a focus area for me. And why? It was this, all this 172.50 calls that got bought yesterday that expire today, right? So putting that up there. Why? Because if it's going to go today, they're going to try to run those calls back up. I know it's almost there already, but that's interesting. They were buying all those calls yesterday into this weakness, right? All those calls were getting bought into this weakness all day yesterday. So we'll see how that reacts. XNet is perking up again after getting beaten up a little bit. So this is a name I would keep an eye on. There was call buying in the Feb 2 1650 calls yesterday. So we'll keep an eye on this one as well. If it gets above this area, right? It needs to clear. First, it needs to clear 16, let's call it 1670. Even right up to here, the top of this candle is what? High is 1644. Oh, no, that's too close. High is 1733. It gets above that, and it's going to go running for this gap. So that's something we can keep an eye on there. Netflix is at a new all-time high again this morning. I haven't even been looking at that one. HMNY got beat up yesterday on a mixed shelf offering, but held in where it needed to on the 8-day. So you had a breakout failure candle the day before that we traded and made money on, and maybe now there's a new trade down here to go and bring it back up. All that open interest, all that call buying is stuck. They have not sold, so that's a good sign for that one as well. Cat earnings are past us, so Cat at this point, we'll keep an eye on this one. He had a big move yesterday. We'll see how this sets up now. It's on the 8-day, still going sideways in this long consolidation pattern. There were definitely some call buying. I posted the open interest changes on that as well for you, so you can take a look at that. See if I can find it real quick. There you go. So look at the Feb 165s and 185s were bought. So I would keep an eye on CAT going forward here today. You can also look at Deere if you want to play a company that also tends to move with it. What else, guys? That it today. Celgene. Celgene earnings are over. Biotech held in yesterday. I would keep an eye on this name. There was a good amount of call buying in this one as well yesterday. I put the open interest changes for that one up there as well. And it's just, it's going to, nope, that's not it. How about that? There you go. You notice the April 110s and 130 calls and the Feb 110s and June 130s, right? So we saw a lot of buying out here into yesterday's earnings. So something to keep an eye on, see how it goes. That said, today I'll probably see how today develops, and I'll just trade around the action today. Been a very good month for us, and looking at Apple, it's probably a day trader scalp. This is not something to get really long on, or if you want to take a shot, it's not the worst place in the world to take a shot on Apple down here into earnings. Earnings are a crapshoot, right? We talk about that all the time, but this has been not leading. This has been acting weak, right? Leading us down. So if Apple starts to sell off again today, watch the markets. A good chance we're going to come with it, right? So we're in the same pattern now. The last couple of days, we gap up and we sell off. We gap up and we sell off. Until this pattern changes, this is how you have to trade it. So right now today, I look at this saying, okay, we have a gap up. Are we going to hold or are we going to sell off? I'm leaning towards we selling off, but we shall see. All right, guys, I'll catch you guys all in a little bit at 9:30. If you're not a subscriber, smartoptiontrading.com. Join me. Click on Find Out More. Click on Real-Time Option Flow, $25 for the first month. You get the morning setups video, which you're listening to now. You get option flow, trades, and news all day long on my private Twitter feed. I get a recap video every night talking about the day's action and what I like moving ahead and what looks swingable from the option flow. And every Thursday night at 6 p.m., we do a weekly subscriber webinar where it's your chance to sit down and talk to me for a half hour to an hour about the action and what's going on and just any questions you have about trading or how to trade options. Last week we went over, how to choose which options so that so for people out there. So we always talking about different subjects. Love to have you sign up. $25 for your first 30 days, $100 a month thereafter. Everybody have a great day, and I will see you at 9:30.